Sigrid, we have company.
Let me just adjust the settings a little bit more again. The audio, the dialogue settings are too low in my opinion. Something like that, I guess. It's the only way I can do to increase the voice, is to lower everything else. There we go. Oh, I did go through some of the settings as well before. I think I might have done it even in the last video. I can't remember really. Remove the floating markers. You know, that's the sort of quest markers on the world, which I don't like too much. Whoops. Okay, it's sort of bugged, and I did change some things here. Where was it? No. Oops. It's a bit clunky, the interface. I'm sure there was a slider for interface. Oh, there we go. Hard opacity. I'm gonna actually load it even further. There we go. That way the HUD is not so obvious on the screen.
Hadvar, we've been so worried about you. Come, you two must be hungry. Sit down and I'll get you something to eat.
Now then, boy. What's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
I don't know where to start.
We sort of killed the cave bear.
I was assigned to General Tullius' guard. We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help however I can. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. But I need your help. We need your help.
Oh? Free stuff? Nice. Oh, can I pick anything? Oh, well, thank you. Right, so I was thinking about the... Oh, I remember these ones. They, Bethesda had a real one of these to drink for sort of celebration of release of Skyrim or something like that. Yes, so basically, I'm playing along here with the Imperial because obviously I don't have much to go on as someone that just got basically saved from certain death. I will start making my own schemes as soon as I have a little bit of security. So I'm playing a nice guy for now, and see how this Imperials can actually be of my use.
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Yeah, what do you think about the war? I mean, we need some information about this whole deal we're dealing with.
People are rightly stirred up about the damn Thalmor being allowed to roam around arresting people, just for worshipping Talos. But was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? No. Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end. Nords have always supported the Empire, and the Empire has always been good for Skyrim.
Okay, so people are getting arrested for worshipping Talos. That's something I heard about, and it's quite interesting. So apparently they changed the religion to the 8 divines instead of the 9 divines now, and Talos is sort of scratched from the national religion, which is very interesting. I have no idea why.
It's from that treaty that ended the Great War, remember? When the Emperor was forced by the Thalmor to outlaw Talos worship. We didn't pay much attention to it when I was a boy. Everyone still had their little shrine to Talos. But then, Ulfric and his sons of Skyrim started agitating about it. And sure enough, the Emperor had to crack down, dragging people off in the middle of the night. One of the main causes of this war, if you ask me.
So what? So the Grey Cloaks? First of all, cool. The Grey Cloaks are supposedly the sons of Skyrim, or something like that. But why would the Grey Cloaks want to banish the worship of Talos? Talos is a very well thought for god. Well, they call him Izmir here in Skyrim, but Talos is a very respected god in Skyrim. Don't see why. Okay, tell me about this Jarl Ulfric.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Oh no,
He rules
that guy,
White
I suppose.
A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though. I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elisif much. Who can blame him?
What the heck is Elisif?
But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor.
Right, thank you.
Ah, I forget you're new to Skyrim. Jarl Elisif, I should say. Although only because she was married to Jarl Torig when he was murdered. Ulfric murdered Torig, you know. Walked right into his palace in Solitude and killed him.
Oh!
Shouted him to death, if you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, we're back to the bad old days.
I don't know if you guys saw my content. I talk about Solitude and what's the other name? Dawn something. Well, another city called something Dawn, where there's a marriage between the Jarl of Solitude and the Jarl of this Dawn something city, and apparently the Jarl of Solitude has been murdered, which is very interesting because they held he holds a lot of power, at least from what I knew before. Oh, I can't actually go up. Oh, there we go. It got bugged. See, it still gets bugged. Yeah, the interface is a little bit buggy. But, yeah, whatever, okay. So, no, I don't care about Riverwood. I'm sure I can find my own way. I think I'm happy with this.
All right, then.
Really see a dragon? What did it look like? Did it have big teeth?
Hush, child. Don't pester your cousin.
Is he her cousin? Isn't he her
I
uncle?
trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend? Did you really see a dragon?
Never
This
mind.
isn't too friendly with strangers. But you seem alright.
Oh, do I? If you only knew. Right, I wanted to ask you guys as well.
My father is Alvor, the
If you
blacksmith.
preferred me to
I'm
play
his
on third person
I'm an
or
apprentice.
first person, which I find it pretty. I prefer first person, but I hear third person works
I'm
pretty
going
well.
to lay up here for a while. You can make your own way to Solitude from here. I'd recommend heading to Whiterun, just down the road from here. From there you can take a carriage to Solitude. Can't wait to kill another of Ulfric's boys.
Why so aggressive? Let's see what he has to say about this.
I guess that wasn't such a big deal elsewhere in the Empire, but here it's caused a lot of resentment. Native son and all that. Even I'll admit it hasn't been the Empire's finest hour. But it wasn't like the Emperor had any choice, did he? If he hadn't signed the peace treaty with the Thalmor, they would have destroyed the Empire. Then where would Skyrim be? That's the part that Ulfric's supporters always conveniently forget about. Unless the Empire stands together, the Thalmor will destroy us all.
I need to take note to read up about the Thalmor, because that's something I have not heard about. I think it's something that is mentioned in the books, that sort of bridged the gap between Oblivion and Skyrim. Because the Thalmor, I think, is a new sort of government system that sort of govern the elves of Tamriel. Just interesting.
So did I. If the damn Stormcloak somehow found one, or woke it up, the war might be about to take an ugly turn. Hard to believe it was just a coincidence, that the first dragon anyone's seen for centuries attacks just as Ulfric was about to be executed.
It does sound a bit suspicious, to be honest.
Or you didn't know? That was Ulfric's Stormcloak and his top lieutenants.
We know that he's a traitor. It's a stupid question. I mean, supposedly a traitor.
Oh, right. You were caught trying to cross the border into Skyrim, weren't you? You're not kidding. Ulfric's the leader of the Stormcloaks. You know, the traitors trying to break Skyrim away from the Empire. A masterstroke by General Tullius. He's only been in charge here for a few months, but he's turned things around for the Empire. We've been trying to catch Ulfric since the war started, but he always seemed to slip through our fingers, like he knew we were coming. This time, the General turned the tables on him. Ulfric rode right into our ambush with only a few bodyguards. He surrendered pretty meekly too. So much for his death or glory reputation. I thought we were taking Ulfric back to Cyrodiil, but I guess the General changed his mind. You know the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. I know today wasn't the best introduction to the Legion, but I hope you'll give us another chance. The Legion could really use someone like you, especially now. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them. I don't blame you for being angry about it. I would be too in your shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was all a mistake. You weren't supposed to be on that cart with those Stormcloak traitors. And the Imperial Legion needs your help, especially now with that dragon out there somewhere and Ulfric back on the loose. Sure, I understand. It's not easy to go from being executed by the Legion one day to joining up the next. But I think you'll see that the Legion is Skyrim's only hope for real peace right now. I know you'll make the right choice in the end.
Take what you need, my friend. Within reason, of course.
Damn Stormcloak rebels.
May the gods watch over your battle.